This IM instantly became one of my favorite IM for under $100, and it costs only $40. So hello and welcome to Aftersound Review, and this is my review for KKZ HBB Can. Well, it's another collaboration from KKZ with HBB, but this time instead of using one single dynamic driver only, they're using two dynamic drivers, and yeah, they cost only $40. And thank you for Linsol for providing me with this review unit. And just like usual, I will break down this review from the build, frequency response, sound, and comparison. When it comes to build quality, for me, the outer shell of this the faceplate is similar to other CCA products. Like this, it's just different with this HBB logo on it and somehow carbon faceplate. But on the inside is the more interesting one. It's using a translucent, smoky, grayish kind of material that is also similar to the Truth Ear Hexa, or somehow reminiscent of the variations, somehow giving quite good quality looks and feel to it. It just feels good in quality. Other than that, I think this IM is just the usual CCA or KKZ or KZ using Type-C dual pin connectors, and the cable is twisted. Fit-wise, I do think that there are some people that have a little bit of difficulties while wearing this, because for a simple reason, the nozzle is quite big, and not every ear tips could fit this IM. But using its stock ear tips, which has somehow big stem, I have no problem of using them for hours and without any fatigue or anything strange. But I do have find some friends that have difficulties with the nozzle being too large for them. Before talking about the tonality of this IM, I'd like to give you a little bit of information that this IM is somehow a little bit hard to drive. Using my phones only, I need to crank the volume up a bit, almost to the full level, and I need to crank volume a bit from my dedicated audio player to just a little bit, but I have no problem using this. Now let's talk about the frequency response of this IM. Well, it's definitely a bass head IM. You can see there's kind of bulging bass, and it definitely shows from what I hear. And after that bass, you get also an elevated upper mid-range and treble area, but somehow that is making things sounds more balanced, so you're not missing your mid-range and treble, so you got energetic bass and somehow still forward upper mid-range and treble region. But I have to say the treble itself is not really extended. But as an overall, I would still say that this IM falls into V-shape category, but a very good V-shape bass. That's exactly what you notice the first when the bass drops in your music. The bass sensation of this IM is just sensational. It's just remarkable. It's just, the sensation is definitely reminds me of a dedicated subwoofer in a multi-speaker system. The bass is just amazing. The sheer quantity, punch, and impact, wow, it's just giving you that majestic feeling when you hear that when the bass drops. For example, even for some music like Love Theory from Kirk Franklin, the bass drops is just moving my head. It's just so deep, so energetic, so fun. But I do think that it's not really in a very tight bass. Of course, with the sheer quantity of this dynamic bass, you don't get a lot of tightness, and it's also not the fastest either. But man, the bass punch is just so amazing. And I have to say though, I need to be honest with myself, the bass quantity of this IM, if I using them fully sealed to my ears, it could be a little bit too much. So when I'm wearing them, I don't really use a full seal or deep seal with them. But still, I get that amazing punchy bass. So if you're a bass head, please try this IM. This is an amazing bass. Well, the mid-range is forward for the upper mid-range mostly rather than lower mid-range. It's somehow giving you a more sensation of a more forward female vocal rather than male vocal. But nevertheless, I still do find this IM to be enjoyable when I'm hearing vocals for either male or female. It's just still more forward on the female side when I'm hearing, like example, the Joyce Chu or even the Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. I do still feel that the music is more forward than male vocalists like Josh Groban. But nevertheless, I still can enjoy both of the vocal. But yeah, definitely the vocal is not the star of the show. The vocal is just good, it's not remarkable, but this forward vocal accompanied with that amazing bass is just a really fun sensation. And the treble also helps that. I do find that the treble is a little bit forward too, but not onto the super extension airy treble up there, but the treble is still on the energetic side, so I still feel a lot of energy coming from cymbal crashes. But when I'm hearing some violins like from classical La Campanella or La Primavera, I do missing some treble extension. But nevertheless, the energy, the overall quantity is just enough and fun for a lot of music. So simply said, the tonal of this IM could be described as amazingly fun, dynamics, and will definitely make you shake your head or make you dance. It's just an amazingly fun IM. But it won't be for you maybe if you are not a bassist, because still, the star of the show of this IM is definitely still that bass. Thankfully, the good stuff doesn't end there. The technicalities of this IM for $40 is simply the most amazing I've ever tried at this price point. Well, it might be not the best in terms of resolution and detail alone, but imaging soundstage, macro dynamics, those things combined with the amazing bass, giving you a really majestic, big theater kind of soundstage with quite good clarity and great imaging as well. For example, when I'm hearing music from Two Steps from Hell, Canon in D minor, it is simply the most theater-like thing that I've ever heard at this price point. From any IM at under $100 around, other than Truth Ear Zero, this is the only IM that could give me such a presentation. Well, now going to the comparison side, I have to say though, I have never graphed a Truth Ear Zero before, so I might borrow it from another reviewer's frequency response, but I have heard it several times and it's truly similar with this IM. Maybe the only thing that I could give you a little bit of difference, maybe that the bass in this KKZ HBBcon is a little bit boosted, so it gives you more of a big subwoofer-ish effect on it. The Truth Ear Zero also does the same thing, but not as big as this KKZ HBBcon, but the difference is not major. The sensation is similar. And also I do feel that the upper mid-range just a little bit more forward, but that's minor difference. If you have Truth Ear Zero already, I do think that there's no reason for you to buy this again, because in the end they are really similar here and there. Well, now comparing with other IM at around this price point, well, comparing them with the Chimera Celeste Gumiho, I find that Chimera Celeste Gumiho is having better resolution overall for its upper mid-range and treble, but in terms of soundstage, imaging, and overall balance, even though they both have energetic fun signature, the Chimera Celeste Gumiho could be a little bit too much on its treble pick, giving me more headache and also piercing treble compared to the KKZ HBBcon. Even though they are both bassy, they are both energetic, but I do think that the KKZ HBBcon is easier to listen to for a lot of times, because even though you get an energetic lower treble too from this IM, but it's not as much as the Celeste Gumiho, and it's just smoother to listen for a long time. And also it has better imaging and soundstage too, giving you a better sense of stage and more theater-like presence. Now comparing this IM with the AG Sound Heart Mirror, I have to say I still give the AG Sound Heart Mirror one of the best resolution and details I could get at this price point, but the level of fun factor is just another level. On AG Sound Heart Mirror, I never shake my head. I never feel that I want to dance when I'm hearing things with the AG Sound Heart Mirror. It's just like like operating things differently. The edge sound mirror is more like a doctor. You spread out the music and then you pick up some details and you're hearing some micro details, extra details here and there, but you get a much drier presentation and much thinner sounding vocal and also bass area, while the KKZ HBB definitely gives you a whole like presentation with DJ on the spot that will make you dance and just forget about maybe a lot of detail. You just have fun with the dance floor. It's just a totally different sensation with this IM. And also comparing them with the Kiwi Ears Cadenza, this Kiwi Ears Cadenza was one of my favorite IMs for 2022 for the $50 price point and below, but because of the existence of KKZ HBB Con, I could say that I simply forgot about the Kiwi Ears Cadenza. I will say that Kiwi Ears Cadenza is still a more balanced one when you compare them side by side, but in terms of imaging, soundstage, wow factor, dynamics, and just those factors that makes you dance, that makes you listen to the music, that makes you wanna dance to the music, the KKZ HBB Con just giving you a much better presentation for that. It's just much more fun to listen and giving you much better wow effect, while the Kiwi Ears Cadenza, even though I still would say that it is a more balanced sounding one with not much bass and treble as this KKZ HBB Con, but it could be boring. And after hearing to KKZ HBB Con, maybe the only times I switch back to Kiwi Ears Cadenza when I'm here vocus music. But other than that, I do still feel that the KKZ HBB Con is just simply the king for $40 price point. So that's all I could say about this IM, this amazing IM. I just really love it. Even though I'm personally not a bass head, I'm still surprised to how much I love them. Well, this is my final score for its tonality, and this is my final score for the technicality. And as an overall, this is my final rank. Well, just like usual, my rank could be changed because of advancement of technology and also change in my benchmark. But overall, this is my rank for now. And if you are interested in looking at my rank list, you could see in the description below. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye bye.